Hello and welcome back to Mid Life Dividend investing. This will be episode number 4. Quick disclaimer, I'm only doing this for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a certified investment advisor. Today I was going to do something a little different. I'm not going to go over the accounts today. We'll do that later this week. I wanted to go over a couple pros and cons between a Roth, 401k, and then a taxable account. So first up is a Roth. Pros for a Roth. You got tax-free growth and withdrawals in retirement time. So anything that you had grown either via dividends or stock growth, when you go to retire as early as 59 and a half, that'll be tax-free if you've had the account longer than 5 years. So the account has to mature 5 years or greater. You're not subject to required minimum distributions at retirement age. Contributions can be drawn at any time without tax-free penalties. So this amount can only be the amount that you vested. So for example, if I invest the entire $7,000 this year that I'm legally able to for a Roth, I can pull out $7,000 anytime this year penalty-free. I just can't pull out the growth if it had grown greater than the $7K that I invested into. Diversification and retirement. So not all your accounts will be, tax deferred. You can have one that's tax advantaged. Almost any ETF and all stocks are available on most of the brokers out there. I got Robinhood and M1. They pretty much have everything out there that you could desire for an ETF or a stock. Similar as a 401k. Well, let me take that back. Some accounts in your Roths allow you to do margin loans against your own Roth, similar to a 401k. Cons. No tax deduction for contributing, so you don't get a tax advantage at your yearly tax form on this one. There is an income limit for contribution. If you, as of 2024, $146,000 for a single filer, and then $230,000 for anybody filing jointly. So earnings can't be withdrawn to your 59 and a half, and like I said earlier, and or the account's at least 5 years old. The maximum contribution is relatively low compared to a 401k. We'll get into a 401k here in a minute, but currently it's at $7,000 for under 50 years of age that you contribute per year. So you probably need, most of them recommend you probably need this and additional accounts for going into retirement to be successful and generously living on your growth and your dividends. All right, 401k. Pros. You get in tax-free growth. Everything you put in is tax-free, so you get a little more buying power, and that's allowed to grow tax-free. You get a larger contribution limit. It's $23,000. Possibly, pretty much every employer has this. Employee match, percentage-wise, what you contribute. And some companies still have a profit sharing that they contribute to these 401k accounts. So another pro would be your gross income. It'd be tax reduction at the end of the year. So this, by contributing this, it lowers your gross income and gives you a little bit of a tax advantage for Uncle Sam. 401k cons. Currently, when we go retire anywhere from 20 to 30, 40 years down the road, the taxable amount could change. It's always subject to change of what they want to increase the taxable amount to for withdrawal at that time. Same thing, earliest withdrawal age 59 and a half years of age. Depending on your company's retirement brokerage, you can have some limits and options to investment options. Most of them just have your generic run-of-the-mill index funds, which are fine, but you don't have a whole lot of variety out there. There's a lot of it's just target date funds or index funds. Depending on the withdrawal format, you can face the early withdrawal penalty. So that's a list of cons. Let's go to taxable account. Taxable account pros. Most brokerage accounts have the majority of any stock or ETF out there available, so you get a large variety of things to choose from. You can mix and mingle what you want to do to to pick your flavor and what you're trying to go for. Tax harvesting is an option with the sale of stocks or ETFs. So if you sell them at a loss, you have the option of filing that on your taxes at the end of the year as a loss for revenue. So if you reach a level of your account value at your target goal or value, you have that option to possibly retire early or use it as a supplemental income. With the taxable account, you're in control pretty much. So you got a little more flexibility and control of your assets, of what you want to do with them, and how much money you want to go to each asset or ETF that you're looking to invest into. And the biggest thing, you don't have any contribution limits. As much money as you can pump in is as much as you can put into one. So the taxable account cons. All your dividends and stocks and ETF sales are taxed as either short-term or long-term income, which is filed on your taxes at the end of the year. Don't have any type of anything similar to an employer match like a 401k has. There may be some brokerages out there that may briefly sometimes to get new customers, and they may have some type of similar options for matching money coming in, but it's not always long-term sustainable. No tax deferred or tax-free growth like a Roth or a 401k. Gains and dividend income is claimed on your taxes. So those are kind of all the cons and pros for your taxable account. So in conclusion, what do I prefer to invest my money into? I like to invest in all three of them and use them for what they're best designed for. So the first one is probably what I've been investing in the longest, the 401k. At the minimum, you got to take advantage of the employer match if you have one. So also like to try and get mine maxed out every year, and it lowers my taxable income for end of the year also. So it uses a little tax advantage. With 401k, it's probably my safest investments. It's slow and steady, but it seems like it's super safe. Flows, it's just pretty mellow, steady kind of growth up. You don't have any too dramatic dips. Your Roth, that's my second one. I like to try and max out every year. I like to take advantage of it because of the tax-free growth it's getting with the dividends, and also the gross income, gross of the stock and ETF growth, to where I don't get penalized for that when I go retire. Third is my taxable account. This is where I'm not putting too much into it. It's just more my speculative one. If it goes sideways and doesn't work out for me, it is not going to affect my horizon timeline for retirement. Fourth, kind of set and forget on this too. A couple times a month, money goes into a savings account for emergency fund. Don't really look at it. Just set and forget it, and the money's there for emergencies if needed. That's about going to wrap this video up. At the end of the week, I'll post a video after I make some purchases again. We'll update the account, kind of go over the new projected numbers, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you later in the week. Thank you.